What if I told you that the slowest player in the NBA might just be the one rewriting its history books? That the kid who doesn't look like the modern prototype of an NBA superstar is the very one who bends the game to his will? This is the story of Luka Dončić, the boy from Slovenia who turned his lack of speed into his greatest weapon, who carved through defenses not with athleticism, but with patience, vision, and control. He is a player who has never looked like he belonged, yet somehow always made sure he couldn't be denied. And his journey from a small European country to the biggest stages in basketball is nothing short of legendary. Luka Dončić was born on February 28, 1999, in Ljubljana, Slovenia. His father Saša was a professional basketball player, and his mother Mirjam ran a beauty salon, but in Luka's world, the game was everywhere. From his father's matches to watching his godfather Rasho Nesterović compete in the NBA, basketball was stitched into his life from the very beginning. He idolized figures like Vassilis Spanoulis and fellow Slovenian guard Goran Dragić, soaking up every glimpse of brilliance he could find. Yet even though Luka dabbled in other sports as a child, none of them mattered. Basketball had claimed him. It wasn't just a hobby, it was his identity. And soon, it became clear that this kid wasn't ordinary. By the time Luka was 7, he joined the youth program at his father's club, KK Olympia. It didn't take long for a strange problem to surface. He wasn't too small, he wasn't too raw, he was too good. Against kids his age, he made the game look unfair. So they sent him against older boys, 2, 3, even 4 years ahead, much bigger and stronger. And somehow, Luka still dominated. His secret weapon wasn't speed or size, it was an elite feel for the game that let him see openings others couldn't. A competitive fire and an IQ that was light years ahead of his peers. The result? Luka crushed every level Slovenia threw at him. But his father knew the truth. This country was too small to contain him. Luka needed a bigger challenge. That's when Real Madrid came calling. Pablo Sanuda, the youth coordinator for the Spanish powerhouse, invited the young Slovenian to compete at a mini Copa tournament. Luka was just 12, but he was about to shock the continent. He led Real Madrid to victory over Barcelona with 20 points, but the real breakthrough came in Rome, where Dončić didn't just shine, he detonated. In the U13 Lido-Roma tournament final, Luka dropped a 54-point triple-double. He was 12 years old, torching kids like a seasoned pro. Scouts couldn't believe it. Real Madrid immediately offered him a spot, but Luka hesitated. He was scared to leave Slovenia, scared to leave home. Eventually, though, he took the leap. And while the move to Spain was lonely, he didn't speak Spanish, didn't speak English, he had one universal language to communicate in: basketball. On the court, he spoke fluently. Luka dazzled with passes, saw angles that no one else could, and racked up championships with Real Madrid's youth teams. The Spanish club quickly realized they had something unprecedented on their hands. Soon, Dončić wasn't just a youth prodigy, he was being ushered into Real Madrid's senior team, the youngest player in their history to take the floor. From there, the legend only grew. Under coach Pablo Lasso's guidance, Luka became more than just a prodigy. He became a point guard capable of running a professional offense. By 17, he was logging minutes in the EuroLeague, going head-to-head with grown men, and proving he belonged. But not everything came easy. In 2017, he stumbled. Real Madrid reached the EuroLeague Final Four, and Luka played one of the worst games of his young life, missing every shot in the semifinal loss to Fenerbahce. Then, in the Spanish League Finals, he faltered again, shooting poorly as Madrid was crushed by Valencia. Critics whispered that maybe he wasn't cut out for Europe's highest levels, but Luka didn't retreat. Instead, he went home to Slovenia that summer, ready to prove himself on the international stage. Eurobasket 2017 was a turning point. Teaming up with Goran Dragić, Luka helped Slovenia chase its first ever European title. Though Dragić questioned Luka's slow pace at first, Dončić revealed that it was deliberate. He was unshakable, refusing to be rushed. That composure led Slovenia to a perfect 5-0 group stage record, including a statement win over France. In the knockout rounds, Luka's tactical genius emerged again. Against Latvia, he baited Kristaps Porzingis, 7'3" of unstoppable scoring, into foul trouble. In the semifinals, Luka picked apart Spain's Gasol brothers with patience, rebounding and facilitating like a veteran. And in the final against Serbia, even after an ankle injury forced him out, Luka's influence had carried Slovenia to its first ever gold medal. He was still a teenager, but already a champion. The following season, Real Madrid rode Luka's rise to glory. At just 19, he became EuroLeague MVP, Finals MVP, and a champion, cementing himself as Europe's brightest star. But when he declared, "For the 2018 NBA draft, doubts swirled. Could this slow, unathletic kid really thrive in the world's fastest league?" The Atlanta Hawks picked him third overall, but traded him to Dallas for Trae Young. Even Mavericks legend Dirk Nowitzki wasn't sure what to expect. Would Luka flame out in the NBA like so many European stars before him? Or was something bigger coming? The skepticism didn't last long. Though coach Rick Carlisle first slotted him awkwardly at small forward behind Dennis Smith Jr., Luka quickly revealed his versatility. His size, his skill, and above all, his pace were unteachable advantages. Where others raced, Luka glided. Where others forced, Luka waited. Defenders used to dictating speed found themselves caught in his trap. By the end of his rookie season, Luka was Rookie of the Year, averaging near triple-double numbers and giving Dallas hope for the future. By his second year, he was an all-star starter, an all-NBA first-team member, and one of the league's biggest young superstars. But Luka's greatness wasn't just in the regular season. When the playoffs arrived, he showed his true mettle. Against the Los Angeles Clippers, Luka didn't just face elite defenders, he dismantled them. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Patrick Beverley, it didn't matter. Luka's patience turned their aggression against them. His 42-point playoff debut announced that he belonged. His game winners, his triple-doubles, his resilience against one of the league's toughest defenses proved he was more than a prodigy. He was a superstar built for the biggest stages. Even when the Mavericks fell short, Luka's performances were the kind you never forgot. But the road to contention was rocky. Dallas cycled through coaches, front office shakeups, and roster experiments. Kristaps Porzingis never lived up to expectations. Role players came and went. Yet Luka remained, carrying the franchise on his back. His stat lines grew absurd. 60-point triple-doubles, nightly near triple-double averages, scoring titles. But with each season, questions lingered. Could he really win at the highest level without another star? Could Dallas surround him with the help he needed? The Mavericks tried. They brought in Kyrie Irving, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. And finally, in 2024, it all seemed to click. Dallas stormed through the playoffs, Luka ripping through the Clippers, the Thunder, and the Timberwolves to reach his first NBA Finals. His averages were monstrous, his poise otherworldly. But in the finals, the Boston Celtics' depth and balance proved too much. Luka put up numbers, but it wasn't enough. Dallas lost, and the dream had to wait. The following season brought more turbulence. Injuries, weight struggles, disputes with the front office. It felt like Luka's relationship with Dallas was fraying. And then, the bombshell, Luka Dončić in a Los Angeles Lakers jersey. Suddenly, the slowest man in the NBA was wearing the league's most iconic colors, teaming up with LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and a storied franchise desperate for another banner. The Lakers won 52 games, but in the playoffs, Luka's brilliance couldn't prevent a shocking first-round exit. Once again, the season ended in heartbreak.